Onto the ads on. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. So just another live, just to be like I wanted to go live and oh god, I wanted to go live and just be like spread some more positivity and see how everyone's doing, right? Because I ain't been live in a little while and I enjoy the lives. Not a lot of people turn up, but a lot of people watch it after the fact, which is fine. I don't mind that. But I enjoy it. I enjoy I enjoy just spreading positivity and just telling everyone like, go be the best version of yourself. Go try it harder in everything you do. Um, yeah, just do the best you can and make sure you're making either the most money you can, posting the best quality videos you can, whether you're work hard, like whatever you're doing, make sure you go extra hard in it. Um, but yeah, make sure you're just going extra crazy, in everything you're doing because you don't know tomorrow you might not be around, right? And my thing is this: I'm trying to like post the best quality stuff I can post on YouTube. Some people might not like it, some people do. That's fine, right? And oh god, I'm trying to it's saying add guest, but I don't know. I don't wanna add no guest. Oh yeah, see? Shout out to Tinker Forster Jones. Shout out to you. Uh Thanks for the love heart. I appreciate it. But for everyone that's joining after the fact, make sure you just appreciate the world and you go out and you look at the world and you just go out and have a walk and you just appreciate the trees and the sky and the birds and all sorts of stuff because we don't know when our time is, right? And a lot of people will be watching this like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about, Capo? And I'm like, with this world we live in now, like it's so politically convoluted, I would say. Like we don't know, like we could all I say this in all my flipping videos and I know I don't want to be a pessimist, but like we really don't know what could happen tomorrow, right? Like the whole world could end. We could World War III, nuclear war, we could all die. And it's a shame that we can't have more peace, but at the same time, um oh god. But at the same time, you have to take the good with the bad, right? You have to take the good with the bad, and you have to understand that no matter how bad the world gets and how evil the world gets, you can always see the bright side in it, right? So me, I wake up and I'm like, all right, let me go for a walk, and I go out and see these birds chirping, and I smell the fresh air, and maybe I see a few fish in a stream, and I'm like, damn, what a wonderful world. Not to be like cliche about it, but like what a wonderful world. Because by no means is the world we live in perfect. It's still a beautiful world, right? And if you can't see the beauty in the world, if you wake up and you're like, oh, like the world's shit, or the world's like you hate the world and all this like really evil, pessimistic kind of mindset, you're not seeing the brighter side of it, right? You gotta understand. Yes, the world has bad people and bad things going on there at the moment, but that's not the whole world. Neither is like the whole population, right? I don't feel like people should judge an entire population based on a few people, right? So, like, not to talk too much English politics, but like what's going on in Russia, right? Or Ukraine, I should say. That's like we were totally against Russia. I personally believe it's not all Russians. I don't believe all Russians are bad. Same way I don't believe all Ukrainians are bad. Are there bad people on both sides? Of course there is. There's bad people everywhere. Like there's bad people in England, there's bad people in Germany, there's bad people in or everywhere in the world, right? And is it fair to judge a whole country based on a few small minority people? Even though like a lot of people won't agree with what I'm saying, it's still the truth, in my opinion, right? And everyone's entitled to their opinion. That's why I kind of labeled that video before. Like, shout out to the Russians, right? Because, forgive me, I'm tired. Because I saw on my analytics, yeah, that there was people from Russia that was watching my stuff, and I'm like, wow, because for people from Russia to watch my stuff, first of all, YouTube's meant to be banned in Russia, I'm pretty sure, right? I don't know. That might be bogus. I'm not sure. I thought it was though, you know. Um, and they still watch my videos, and I'm like, you know what? Shout out to the Russians, because those people that probably watch my videos, they're not bad people. They're probably like normal, chill people like me and you, and they're just getting on with their life. You know, they just want to watch some YouTube, Jacksepticeye, KSI, whatever it is they're watching. They just want to chill out, probably eat some popcorn, eat some sweets, have a laugh. They're not here to be causing like World War III and all these types of stuff. Is there people in the world that support that idea? Of course. Is it a very sophisticated idea? No, it's a silly idea. And really, I'll probably a lot of people are not going to agree with me in this opinion. But like, my thing is this, right? My biggest fear is that something happens, right? Like, we push Russia to a point where they have to use nukes, right? Or we push like the Ukrainians to a point where they're attacking. Like, there's so many outcomes that could, like, possibilities that could happen, and it's really, really scary for me personally. I'm like, wow, like this could all end very badly for us, you know. But at the same time, does that mean we should not help Ukraine? No. It means instead of just pumping weapons to Ukraine, we should be calling for negotiations and like peace talks. And I know one side might not agree with the other, and the other might not agree with this and this and this, and there's loads of history and politics, blah blah blah. But you know what? We're all human, right? We we're all human. There's kids, there's children, there's all sorts of things in the mix. And it's like, would World War III or nuclear annihilation, MOD, mutually assured destruction, would that benefit anyone? Does the leader of one country want to see the world burn that much that he's willing to sacrifice all the children, the newborn babies, the young, innocent people? Does he really want to do that for what? For a few miles or tens of miles, whatever it is, of territory in this small country? Same with Ukraine. Is Ukraine willing to push Russia to a point where, and I'm not sitting there saying it's okay for what Russia did to invade their country, no, but we have to understand there's history, right? We only get one side in the West. We only get one side of the point, like the argument, right? Oh, Putin's a bad guy. Putin's da 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 da. We didn't see the context between this happen, right? I'm not gonna get into it because I'm not really, really versed in it. But it's something that keeps me up at night, because I always think that if tomorrow one man decides to, you know, this stuff's gone too far, I'm gonna send a nuke. Pardon me for yawning. I'm really tired. If one man decides to send a nuke to a country, this country, that country, then this country, and it's a tit for tat kind of retaliation, we all die. For what? We could have just negotiated peace. Like, I was watching a YouTube video about Elon Musk, and he reckons like World War III could be the reason we don't become an interplanetary species, right? How bad would that be? You know, that aliens might be watching us and be like, yo, these monkeys, they're blowing each other up, they're just killing each other, like they can't get along. That's what I feel like we should all do. We should all be pushing for peace. There should be a compromise, yeah? Russia, Ukraine, compromise. And I'm not just talking about Russia. There could be Israel, Palestine. It could be all of these different nations, Taiwan, China. I was talking to a Taiwan officer who works in the Taiwanese army, and I was like, what outcomes is there with this whole situation? And he basically said to me that the ROC is the real China, and he didn't really want to sue for peace. Like, he said, war is the only way. But I was like, all right. And if it was to go down that route, what would Taiwan need to defend itself? And he said, like, these XY weapons, these types of weapons. And I'm like, all of these weapons that you're gonna get, not once did he say, you know what, I feel like we should have a talk with this China's like main political leader and this. Like, there's nobody wants peace anymore. Everyone, and I get it. Like, sometimes peace is not an option, but like, I feel like peace is always an option, right? Like, nobody wants to die, right? Nobody wants to. Well, for your homeland, I get it, but like, it's a waste of blood. It's a waste of human resources. It's a waste of everyone's time. Why can't we all just get along? You know, like, recently I've come to the conclusion that this world could be over, like, at the drop of a hat, right? At the drop of a hat, we all could just be dead. And that's scary because I ain't even lived a whole life. Like, I'm only 21. Imagine, like, it's not like it's different for like older people, you know. Oh God, sorry. It's different for older people. Um, it's different for older people because it's like, all right, they've lived their life. Like, God forbid if anything happened to them, it's not a big deal. They've had 50, 60 years worth of life, 70 years even worth of life, and just I've barely been on this like earth 21 years, and then I'm just looking around and I'm scared. And I'm like, damn. Hopefully everything's cool, and hopefully we sue for peace, and hopefully we're all gonna be all right. But I feel it more for the kids, you know, like the children, like 6 and 7s and 3s and 2-year-olds, and it's like they haven't even lived a life, and if God forbid anything happened, it's over before it even begun, you know. As I was going back to previously, MOD, mutually assured destruction, and it's just crazy, man. It's scary times we live in, but I don't want to be a fearmonger. Hopefully everything will be all right, and hopefully we all can just get over this silly altercations ASAP, you know. So shout out to the Ukraine, shout out to the Russians, shout out to the Palestinians, shout out to Israel, shout out to every conflict that's going on both your sides. Hopefully everyone can sue for peace and we can just get along a bit better, you know, because we're all human, right? You bleed how I bleed. He bleeds how she bleeds. Like there's no difference to how we're all human, right? We all have feelings, we all have, and it's just kind of sad, you know, that there's like, as much as I feel scared and sad, like if my life was to be over without even, imagine this for the younger people that I'm like, yo, they didn't even get to experience any sort of life. Like, as much as I haven't lived my life, I've lived a life, you know? I've lived a life. It might not be the best life, but I've lived a life, right? And it's just sad. But hopefully we all can just get over our own egos and set our pride aside and set all of these silly things away and come to some sort of compromise everywhere, not just in Ukraine and Russia, everywhere. Hopefully Palestine becomes its own state or whatever they need, like whether it be like Israel to back off a bit and stop like doing certain things, and like it's just everyone needs to compromise, man, because it's just too much blood and too much death going on. And then I look around and I'm like, God never intended us to kill each other like fucking crazy people, you know? Like, why can't we all just live in peace? You know? It's kind of sad. But it's kind of sad, man. So hopefully everyone's doing alright. I can't even speak, I'm so tired. Hopefully everyone's doing alright. I have an Oasis somewhere over there I really need to go grab. But this is gonna be a short live, not nothing too long. I just wanted to come off here and like explain what I wanted to explain, you know. Um Thank you, Tinker Forster Jones. Big love. Yeah, I just wanted to just come and just give my opinion on it all because like I have nothing, like my opinion probably not even valid. Like I'm just a guy that lives in the United Kingdom that's just seen it from one point of view. Like obviously I know there's two sides to every story. Like you would be silly not to think like that, right? And I'm pretty sure their side is just as valid as Ukraine's side. Like as much as everyone says, "Oh, they invaded for no reason," and it should. Let's be real. I'm not gonna get into it because I don't know too much, but it's not that. Like Putin's not. Whereas Putin, I'm not even gonna get into it. It's not even nothing to do with me, but it's just everyone needs to understand there's two sides to every story, and let's just try to sue for peace, please, man. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to die. I'm pretty sure you don't want to die. I want to spread as much positivity and love into this world and keep telling everyone grind the hardest. Make sure you're doing the best you can. Be the best person you can. Like always, there's always a level higher for you to become. Like this is like a real life video game, right? People like this is what Andrew Tate said, yeah, and I'm paraphrasing. People spend their whole lives on video games, right? Leveling up their character, getting new equipment, getting new gear, but they don't ever level up their character in real life. So, and my thing is, level up your character in real life, and there's always a level more you can get to, you know. So, without any further ado, I'm just gonna end it here. Hopefully, you enjoyed the live. Thank you lot so much for tuning in. It's just been my little venting talk. If you like these, hit the like button, and I'll do some more. Comment down below what's your opinion, and if you disagree or agree, let me know. But I'll be interested to find out. But by no means am I saying anything like, oh, I know what I'm talking about. I don't. But I'm just saying that from my opinion, we got to sue for peace and we got to do something like that's not gonna end this whole world, because the way the world's going between certain like countries, it's not looking good for everyone, you know. And we just keep going down this rabbit hole of like World War III, World War III, World War III. Everyone's gonna die, mutually assured destruction. It's like, what? Why can't we just live in peace? Why can't you get along with you? You don't come into your country, you don't go into theirs. You don't like, why? Why? What's so hard about it? And I know it's deeper than that. It's not about why can't we. There's oligarchies, and then there's governments, and then there's like political agendas, and there's stuff like that. But like, we need to separate that. Like, if we can, we need to fully come together and separate and like, yo, put your pride away and just sue peace for them. You chill, compromise somehow. Like, otherwise, you know what? This whole world won't last another 10 years, in my opinion, man. Because the world's just going to hell. Literally, that's the best thing I can say. It's just going downhill, and I'm scared, man. Because my parents and that, and my grandparents and that, they lived great lives. They had long lives, but like, I just feel it for the kids that's like young, and then, oh god, I'm jumping off, man. I'm tired. Anyway, thank you lot so much for tuning in. It's been the boy GrinchCAPO. Much love. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And if you like this video, I'll do some more. But yeah, I'm just gonna jump off now. You lot, I love every single one of you, no matter who you are. Please smash the subscribe button. It would mean so much to me. But yeah, let's just keep going. Love you lot.